teaching was challenging to me in the beginning, and n not for the reasons why I thought it would be. I think I'm a very good teacher, and I've grown to be. I've always had students from my very first class that I remember back in 2014, like at the university level. I've always had students write me afterwards saying, this was their best class, or this is the first time I read a novel. So I have a good portfolio of my good teaching, to vouch for my good teaching. But being a Black woman in front of the classroom um, was challenging. And having that body in front of the classroom is challenging. The voice that I have, the discipline that I grew up with, that I mostly, that all of my teachers used growing up in the 80s and 90s. One of my teachers, who was my seventh grade teacher, was at the opening on Friday night. Like I still remember the way she used to yell at us across the courtyard and scream someone's last name, or just like they weren't having it, like we were in line, and it wasn't a problem. My mother was present in my academic career from kindergarten on up, but she also said to me this: if I have to come to school on behalf of any disciplinary issues with you, you will be a permanent fixture on the wall. That's what she used to tell me. And she said that to me in front of Sister Vivian. So I can count on one hand the amount of times my mom had to get involved with me and my schoolwork or relationships with my teachers. Respect was there. And, now we live in a whole different world. And that was changing as I was coming through graduate school. And then, like I said, my Black body just adds a whole lot of layers and complexities to that. So the challenges that I ran into teaching became like the ways the limited ways that people could describe students could describe their experience with me. I'm too hard. And not just students, even other faculty, my committee members, former committee members. Why do you make everything so hard? Um, and it took me a long time to even understand what that meant or realize what that meant. And a lot of things, just the ways that I prioritize discipline, discipline in the way of like how we call academic fields disciplines. Like you got to learn your discipline. You got to learn how to do it, even if you later choose to break the rules as an artist or whatever. Um, if you're playing the guitar, you got to learn how to do it. You got to pick up the guitar and you got to do it. And it takes discipline. I'm learning the ukulele. I know it takes mental and physical discipline to be able to do something that you're not in regular practice of doing. That's what school does for us. So I went through some challenges early on teaching with finding the right balance of just how to be and who to be. Because I also can't just be Anya. I'm not trying to just be these kids' friends. As you stated earlier, I look young, you know. For a long time, I was young, closer to their age. So trying to make some differentiations between professor, student, was a challenge, but I just got so good at like tempering and really bringing, I think, art into my education practice more and more. Art education is what helped me find a balance, and it helps my students find balance. So my classes are still hard, but they feel comfortable doing it, and they understand that a lot of times the thing that's hard is that they're trying something new for the first time. I've been used to dealing with students and girl participants or whoever and their anxiety with the blank page for a long time, from informal learning to formal learning. So a lot of what I get, I now am able to like sift through what I get as, oh, this is a student that's flipping out because blah blah blah, versus, you know, um I guess, more severe challenges. And I think I'm in a better place too. I think I'm with students that really understand me and the way that I think, and I understand them, which hasn't always been the case. So that's a successful outcome. I'm really enjoying teaching at Brandeis in particular.